Welcome here to our San Francisco 49ers preview for week number 13 with Dennis Brown here, the Niners on Niners Radio here at the Cow Palace in Daly City. Niners gonna have to bounce back after that. I can't even think.
It was tough. It was tough to watch, Professor. It was tough to watch.
I mean, against the Seahawks or the Sea Pigeons, and just I was just gonna for the record straight, until they stop beating themselves. This is what they're gonna get every year by Pete Carroll until they figure it out. Go figure. But now we focus on interconference play. Niners and Bengals. That's gonna be a 1:25 kickoff at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. That will be on KPX CBS 5, KNBR 680, 104.5 FM, and 107.7 FM. The Bone. This moment is presented by Ticketmaster. Go to ticketmaster.com/49ers for future Niners games coming up on the 19th against the Atlanta Falcons and on January 2nd, 2022 against the Houston Texans. But Niners try to bounce back against the Cincinnati Bengals. There is history between these two teams because that was the first 40 years ago, their first Super Bowl. Bill Walsh was an assistant under Paul Brown.
Yeah.
Got denied the job, the coaching gig at Cincinnati in the mid-'70s, and we all know what happened. And there were some games you played against the Bengals before.
I played, but this is a different Bengals team.
Yeah.
Back then, the 49ers, when you talk about Bill Walsh in the 80s, and then now, in the 90s when I played, it was a different team. And, you think about, the Super Bowls, and you think about John Taylor. You think about that last drive with Joe Montana.
Favorite Super Bowl of the 80s was the John Taylor drive. I still say my three biggest not to get off track, my favorite championship moments of the 80s, the 86 World Series, Mets, Red Sox. There were my boys, Strawberry, Knight Carter, the Mets Sox, Bill Buckner.
Yeah.
The 88 finals, the Lakers and the Pistons, game 6 and 7, the sixth game with the bad boy Pistons, the classic seventh game, and then Super Bowl 23 was like my childhood memory.
Yeah. And, like I said, those are great. There is some history, but it's a different football team. And the 49ers have to get on the road. They got to play on turf. Then they have to play against I think a young, upcoming Cincinnati Bengals football team.
Yep.
They have Joe Burrows, who is a good quarterback. His offensive line is not held up for him. He's been sacked a lot. He's thrown a lot of interceptions, but he's a young kid. He's got some good receivers on the perimeter. He's got a good guy. He's got a good running game behind him to support him.
Joe Mixon.
Yeah, and, local kid. So, this is an opportunity, I think, for Nick Bosa, for Eric Armstead, who's now playing tackle because of Ken Law's injury. It's an opportunity to get after this quarterback because he's a young quarterback. He's a quarterback that you can get into his head a little bit, and you can get some hits on him, get some sacks on him. So I think that's going to be the key to the game. Like always, the line of scrimmage, getting after this young quarterback and make him throw some interceptions, maybe some pick sixes, and the defense has to show up. And here's the deal: special teams has to show up. And it hurts. And we saw how important special teams was last week.
The funny joke when Pete Carroll, they got pants last week. They got pants right there.
In front of everyone.
They got pants, or that's the way they got duped on that fake punt. That was like getting purse snatched or robbed of your lunch money. That's how bad it was.
It was bad, and it was bad, and it was bad all the way around. To go 70 yards and never get touched early in the football game, and I think that gave the Seattle a little belief, a little life, thinking that we can win this football game. So this week you got to take care of your special teams, but you got to play efficient. Jimmy Garoppolo can't throw interceptions. You can't fumble the ball. No. Defense has to make plays, and you got to make plays on special teams. You got to make plays.
No cheap penalties like those two.
Cheap penalties, roughing the passer. Those things keep teams in the football game, and you lose in the end. So, no mistakes. Play clean. Go on the road. You got to get this win. You got to get into the playoffs. You got to get. It's very important.
And for both teams.
Yeah,
both
Cincinnati's
teams.
looking to. Cincinnati's the same way. So,
and they still got a chance for to catch Baltimore for that division. So.
Yeah.
All right, Dennis. Thanks for being on this week.
And
we saw your boy Ricky Waters out the holiday event down at Oracle.
Yeah. It's a great event. We do it every year. Ricky Jr., Ricky's son, is a great entertainer. He performed for us. Holiday Heroes is something I do every single season at Oracle Park. The Giants donate their field. It's great for kids from Bayview, Hunters Point. East Palo Alto and the kids from Oakland to come out and enjoy Christmas, and it's all free. So it's a fun time, and Ricky loves it.
I need to go out there and interview your boy one day.
Yeah, come out next year. I'll make sure you get on.
All right, thank you.
All right, bro. Thanks.
All right, that's Dennis Brown. Niners and Bengals interconference matchup at Paul Brown Stadium, a rematch of Super Bowl 16 and 23. That will be coming up Sunday afternoon, late start at 1:25 Pacific Standard Time, our time at Paul Brown Stadium. Catch all the action on KPIX CBS 5 as Greg Gumbel and Adam Archuleta with the call on Greg Papa and Tim Ryan will give you the call on the Niners U.S. Bank Niners Radio Network, KNBR 680, 104.5 FM and 107.7 FM, the phone. And then after that, a week from next Sunday, the following on the 19th, we'll be back at Levi Stadium when the Niners take on the Falcons. It will be a special edition of 49ers Tailgate Show with yours truly, the holiday edition. We're going to have great fun. Santa Claus will be back in effect this year, and it's going to be a great event. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com/49ers and get all the 49ers holiday gifts and so much more. Go to shop49ers.com. For the latest news on 49ers and so much more, go to 49ers.com. From the Cow Palace here in Daly City, California, I'm Brian Professor B. Davis for Niners Preview with Dennis Brown on Niners Radio. Niners Radio is an association with the satellite digital media known as SDM News Network. 49ers football celebrating 75 years of forever faithful.